Hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
What's going on?
Welcome to the chat with Chad and Rob. Hey, we're live on Facebook and YouTube here. We're live on Instagram down here. We're doing the chat. We're having some fun. We're gonna ask some questions. We're gonna have some conversations. This is not fun without you. Rob and I talk enough. So engage with us, chat with us, answer some of these questions. Let's have some fun today. So, how you doing, Rob?
I'm fantastic.
You feeling all right?
I feel
Feeling good?
great. A little tired.
A little tired.
Yeah.
Why are you tired?
Got up a little early today.
Yeah? How early did you get up?
I woke up.
I'm asking like I don't know the answer to these questions.
I mean, yeah. This is for everybody else. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. like wide-eyed, like just wide awake.
What time did you go to bed?
I don't know.
Did you like fall asleep like 6 p.m.?
No, like 11.
Okay. So you got
Which
like
is
4.5 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel okay. I'm just like not
So you woke up at 4:30 and then
3:30.
or 3:30 and then what happened?
And then I laid there for a little while. And then I did the dishes that I had neglected from the night before.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
And then at 5 a.m. I went for a little jog/run, or not run, jog/walk.
Oh, you jogged?
Yeah, I did jog a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. Got that 15-minute mile in.
At 5 a.m. you jogged?
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. And was it a good jog?
It was a great jog.
Are you gonna make 3:30 your normal wake up time from now on?
If 3:30 might make me its normal wake up time. Because dude,
there wasn't like a noise or anything. You just woke up.
No, I just like woke up and I was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
KC is on Instagram, on Facebook right now. What's up, KC? He says, I am ready.
He always keeps things
ready for what? I'm afraid to even ask that question. Because KC,
he's always got something.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh man. What does that do? Oh. KC, what's up? Who else is on here? Gavin Rogers is watching. What's up, Gavin?
Brittany is on.
Brittany? Hey, let us know you're here. It says you're watching, but I don't know if you're actually here because you haven't said anything. But Casey, man, when are you gonna come be on? You can take my spot. You and Rob can do this.
Whoa. Let's go. Let's do it.
We'll let you and Casey do a chat one time.
That'd be a good time. Yeah.
Casey, head over right now. You can take my spot.
Madi is on. She says, "Yo,
what's up, Madi?"
What up?
Looks like Madi Michelle Nolasco. I don't know Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Either.
Welcome. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out.
A couple people over here on YouTube. Actually, YouTube doesn't tell me who's on. It just says that there's people watching. So don't be a creeper. Like say you're here.
Yeah, who's there? Who's there?
Hello. Who's on? So yeah, we're gonna hop into this. We're gonna do the chat. We're gonna throw some questions up. Join us in your answering of the questions, because if not, it's just Rob talking.
Is Brittany watching on Instagram and Facebook at the?
I think Brittany left Instagram. I think so. But here we are. We're here. We're on Instagram on my phone. Instagram gets to like behind the scenes stuff. It's not getting the Joe Rogan podcast microphone sound, but right. I think it's got sound.
The sound is definitely better on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. But we're on Facebook and YouTube and on Instagram right here. So what's up, Instagram? One of these days I'm gonna hook this up to where it sends to Instagram too. I just always get nervous that it's not gonna.
Yeah, but remember we had this issue before where it crops it weird on Instagram.
I think I fixed it.
Yeah.
On Yellow Duck. Yeah, I think I
Perfect.
did. I just need to upload it. Brandon Holt, what's up? Brandon Holt said, "What up, Arsenal?" Brandon Holt is a worship leader that does some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I follow him.
Yeah, him and his wife.
They're super talented.
Yeah, Brandon. Brandon, how is your wife? They're going through some some stuff right now, medical stuff. So,
Oh man.
man, praying for you guys for sure. But we got Sin One is on YouTube. Said, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Mia's friend Jonathan." Oh yeah, what's up, Jonathan? Jonathan's in, I think, Colorado right now. Welcome, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Nice.
Dude, Brandon, the overlay, I just went to live, and it's an overlay that I like. I don't know if you can see it on the live up here, but I'll try to message you if I can't. Sometimes the overlays will say like using this up here. If I can't, if it's not up there, then I'll send it to you. But I don't know. It's just an overlay that I saved on my Instagram, and when I went to live, it let me swipe over and use it. So on Instagram, there's an overlay that says like Wednesday and the time. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It makes me look orange, but
It
other than
does.
that, it's cool. She's much better this week. Thanks for asking. Awesome. Good to hear,
Cool.
man. Good to hear. All right, we're gonna hop into this on Instagram. We'll ask the questions, but on YouTube and Facebook, you'll see the questions as well. So,
And I feel like we have to say this every week, but like we just basically answer the questions to give you time to respond.
Yeah.
We're really here for your answers. So we'll throw some answers out, but we're just waiting on you guys.
that's it. So
We want to hear what's going on with you.
yeah, we'll throw the questions up. The chat is just to talk. It's just to have some fun, just to connect. During these wild times, we connect through the internet. So we're gonna ask some super basic, maybe fun questions, and then we'll ask maybe a serious one or two.
Yeah.
So question number one is, what's your perfect Saturday? Like, describe your perfect Saturday. What does that look like? What is a Saturday that you're like, this was it? This is perfection. This is the best. It's the best.
It's the best. Dude, I have so many perfect Saturdays.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
Like what is a perfect Saturday for you?
It could be watching college football all day. It could be
College football. Who's your team? What is that? Is that an offensive?
you know.
Who's your team? Let the people know. The people may not know. Who's your team?
The team is the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Are they even playing this year? Are they
Dominant. Killing it.
who do they play?
National title, Heisman Trophy coming our way.
Are you gonna get both this year? You think
Both. They're
you think
getting
so?
both. Killing it.
The Heisman race is kind of tight.
It
this
is.
year.
No, there's a lot of it's all quarterbacks, right? Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of phenomenal quarterbacks this year.
Yeah,
But I
so-
mean that's one. I mean that's my like veg out Saturday.
yeah.
I love like going to the park with my kids.
Just kids, just random kids.
Not random kids, my kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when there's like not a lot of other people there, we went this last week and it was like so packed, and I was like, we got to get out of here. Like, nah.
I can't handle this.
Yeah, no. To the park, and then also like rainy Saturday, reading a book, like sipping on some Earl Grey tea, like that's a
that's it?
sweet spot right there.
Okay.
Or even like on a different side, like taking a trip somewhere with fun. Like on Tuesday, I'm gonna go hiking with my sisters.
Yeah.
If that was on a Saturday, that would probably be a perfect Saturday. Yeah,
That makes sense.
I love hanging out with my sisters. So we're gonna do that. We'll be outdoors, obviously, so it's like hopefully and we're going to Enchanted Rock. So Enchanted Rock is like limiting the amount of people that can come in at a time. You have to like register ahead of time to get a spot because they might run out. Like you can just show up during the week. On weekends, you have to register, but during the week, they say, hey, you should probably register because we're running out of spots every day.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go do that. That's another good one. And just, I don't know. Anytime I'm anytime I can just like chill out or hang out with people I enjoy being around. Any of those are perfect Saturdays.
Jason Hostetler's on Facebook. He said anything without kids. I feel that.
Do you guys have 2 now, Jason? You got 2. I think he has 2 kids now.
Yeah. Yeah, just getting a break. I like just like, hey, Marty, let's go hang out, like just the 2 of us.
For sure.
But there's also time like hanging out with the kids and going to the park or like
Right.
that's fun too.
Yeah, you have to have both, right?
yeah.
Like doing those like awesome family events.
3 under 3.
3
Yeah, no wonder he needs a break sometimes.
I love it. I'm sure your mom loves it. But yeah, dude, that's something.
Yeah, that's something. Marty said, when my husband isn't working and we can actually spend some time together. I feel like that's like an underhanded shot.
It is, yeah. Well, because Chad is pretty much, you guys don't know this, but Chad is our video editor, and he's
Jordan does the worship.
Oh, that's
ones.
true. Jordan does worship.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like putting everything together, getting it all ready, the final package uploading, Chad is usually doing that like Saturday at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yep. Typically.
So I think we need to work on that.
Part of that is like me trying to like, hey, spend time with the family and stuff on Saturday, and then like, all right, I gotta get to work, and it's like 8:00, and I'm gonna go sit down and do the videos, and then work till 3 a.m. And then she said, maybe take the kids to do something outdoorsy and some good coffee and brunch.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Saturday.
That's a good Saturday.
Yeah, I'm in for that one.
Brittany says not having to work and getting to hang out with friends or go on an adventure of some sort. Yep.
Adventure.
And that, for me, like it's weird because I love adventure, but I also love like being at home by myself.
Yeah, just
like
just
vegging
out.
I need both.
Yeah.
I need days where I can get out and just like go do something fun with fun people. I don't like adventure by myself. I know some people do. I don't. If I'm by myself, I'm gonna relax at home,
right?
Read a book.
You know what I haven't done in a long time, but a good Saturday too would be like hopping on a motorcycle and just like going for a ride, just like getting out of the city. I used to love just kind of just go ride, and even like days where we would take the bike, like I'd load it up and go to the track and ride around the motorcycle track, and I don't know, that was a great Saturday. I guess that's adventure. That counts as adventure, right?
Yeah. You gotta include any perfect Saturday is gonna include some gold coffee.
Oh, absolutely. Gold coffee. Any Saturday that includes gold, any day that includes gold is a good day.
Is a good day.
I'm 2 cappuccinos in today, so feeling it. Yeah, perfect Saturdays. And the fun thing about like what everybody has said here is all possible during pandemic.
Yeah.
At like going on an adventure, like you can get out and go hang out, go to the park.
Yeah.
Like get out of the house or veg out and watch college football.
Oh.
Like I would much rather sit and watch college football than like on a Sunday watch a bunch of NFL games.
Easy. I mean, to me, that's
like I like NFL
easy.
football, but college football is like I don't know. I've always enjoyed it more.
Same for sure.
Maybe because I'm a Cowboys fan and Sundays are just not fun, but that could be part of it.
I'll still watch Cowboys games though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do want to see the Cowboys play, but right now I don't have to see them play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm
meh.
like, but on Saturdays,
we're on like our 4th string quarterback and like 3rd string line.
Hey, I mean, if you didn't know this, Ohio State won a national title with a 3rd string quarterback.
Okay, here we go.
Same dude with the hospital visit thing.
Oh yeah.
Cardale Jones he visited a kid in the hospital, played Madden with him, and beat him like 91-30 something.
When Rob put that up, DeMarcus, when Rob put that up yesterday, my reply was, he's as good at hospital visits as a lot of the pastors I know.
Oh, dude, he's better yeah.
Hey kid, what's up?
Man.
You want to play some Madden? I'm gonna destroy you. I want to know if he actually like talked smack too, because that would have just like icing on the cake.
Yeah, there's a picture of it, and I don't know. It's cool.
Jonathan, who is not in Colorado, he's actually in Nebraska today. He's all over the place. Do you drive for a living? Is this like are you just like on adventures all over? He said a perfect Saturday for him is the beach.
Yeah.
I'm not a beach guy. Maybe because I don't have a beach bod. I have more of a dad bod than a beach bod. But
dad bods are in, I guess. I don't. Are they in still, or is that is that on its way out?
I think it's on its way out. I think yeah. I think they were in when like Leonardo DiCaprio and like some of those guys were walking around with dad bods. Yeah. But I think they've all decided that that's not cool, and so
yeah.
Like I have more of the what movie is it? I have more of the Thor body in like Endgame where Thor like, they walk in and they're like, "What happened to you?" That's I'm rocking that look more these days.
You're not quite there.
I don't have the hair. I get it. Thanks, Rob. But yeah, that's what are you gonna do? But yeah, the beach is fun. I enjoy the beach occasionally, but man, sand gets everywhere.
Yeah.
And I get kids so like chasing them around the beach.
Also, there's a difference between like Corpus Christi
Beach.
Beach
This is true.
And because when I was like sophomore and junior in high school, I lived in San Jose, and we would do things like after church on Sunday, we'd drive over Highway 17 to Santa Cruz and
go like the pier.
I like that beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Corpus, not so much. Yeah, it's just different. It's a different kind of beach.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. So what's your perfect Saturday? We got that one on lock.
Good answers, guys.
Good answers. Thanks for that. Question number 2.
We're almost at Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
So
coming up.
We're gonna throw out some Thanksgiving questions. And I haven't thought at all about this one. But what is your least favorite thing typically served at Thanksgiving?
Vegetables.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I skip over. I'm pretty sure I get a little bit of everything. I don't.
Yeah. I'm not big on cranberry, like the cranberry sauce or whatever.
I got to have a little bit of cranberry sauce on the side.
I can leave that.
I'm not real big on my food touching, but I like it when the cranberry sauce touches the turkey and just gets a little bit on there. And
I'm not a cranberry sauce kind of guy.
Like
that's one I could leave behind.
Jared Bodker is with us. He says canned cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do cranberry sauce.
No, I'm not like taking spoonfuls of it. I like that little bit here and there, little bit of tang. It's all perky.
There's veggies, like depending on the vegetables.
But
like, if my dad tries to throw squash in anything, I'm out. Not happening.
Dude, my parents fry squash. I mean, just like fried okra, fried squash, dude.
I might eat that. Like if it's breaded and I can't taste it.
We're gonna have to make have to make that happen. No, dude, the squash is delicious. But we need to talk about DeMarcus here for a second. He's at it again.
Where is he at?
Turkey.
What?
He doesn't.
Wait.
What?
I'm confused.
He's back there giggling, saying it's gross.
I'm confused. You don't eat turkey? What?
Man.
You'd rather have ham than turkey?
It's like one.
Are you Gen Z? No. Is that? I just want to make a blanket statement, but.
Oh, man. We don't do that around here.
No turkey. Wow. Okay. Monty said, I love crispy stuffing, but if the stuffing is soggy, that's a no-go for me.
Yeah, I'm with that. Like it's got to have that crisp to it, right? Like it's texture. It's a texture thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. What else? Turkey?
Turkey.
No, turkey.
Come on.
You don't eat turkey?
No. See, when I first started reading the question, I like tripped up a little bit because I thought the question that we were going to put up was, what's your least favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? Because obviously everybody eats and likes the turkey.
Yeah, but no, I left it open for interpretation, and here's DeMarcus coming hot.
This guy.
Brittany said the look on Rob's face was priceless. Oh, man. I didn't even see his comment. Turkey. My
right
thing didn't even want to take it.
Oh, it's right above Jared's on mine.
Brittany said, I don't think I have a least favorite. I like all the food.
I do too. Oh, man.
Just no cranberry. Like,
I'm still
get
trying
rid
to
of the
think.
cranberry sauce. What is that?
If we do like sweet potatoes or like yams or whatever, I prefer for the topping to be.
We've got another hot take here.
What's going on? Was that
Jared Bodker says not a fan of pumpkin pie either. So we've got somebody who doesn't eat turkey and somebody who doesn't eat pumpkin pie.
I have a thing with pumpkin pie also because one year it's probably been, it's been over 10 years now. I got sick on because pumpkin pie was my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I love a good pumpkin pie. But I got sick one year, and I swear I ate like a whole pumpkin pie by myself and then got really sick. And it just has all the like spices or whatever. And
yeah,
from that point on, I just can't do it. I can't do the spices and the.
No, not feeling it.
I think I'm back to where I can do like a pumpkin pie if it's not too it doesn't have too much of the I don't know, what is
spice.
it? Nutmeg and cinnamon. No, it's not those. It's not nutmeg or cinnamon. There's something else in it. I don't know if they put like clove or allspice or something weird like that.
Allspice?
I don't know.
I don't know. Old Spice. Jonathan said mincemeat pie. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what that is.
It's minced meat.
Well, yeah. I don't think I've ever had
pie.
it. I don't think I've had it. Is that a mincemeat pie? Is that like a European dish, right?
I don't.
Is that like England?
I'm not sure about its origin, but they definitely do mincemeat in England. Maybe that's the origin, but I'm not. Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't think I've ever had it at Thanksgiving.
But we've never. My family's never served it at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But Jared makes a good point. He said, Jason Hosseller, it's called pumpkin pie spice.
Thanks, Jason.
I think you can
coming in clutch.
You can probably buy it all together, right?
It's pumpkin pie spice.
But Jared makes a good point. Like texture is the pumpkin pie is a texture thing for him, right? I'm not bothered by the texture. What I don't like is marshmallows on top of the yams. Because it's just mush on top of mush.
So what is the difference in yams and sweet potatoes?
I don't know.
Because I'm a marshmallow on top of my sweet potatoes guy. Like I'm here for it, but I don't know the difference in yams and sweet potatoes. They're just different vegetables? Like I don't know.
To me, they're basically the same thing. I don't know.
They look the same. They're orange and.
They're orange and taste like a little bit sweet and the same.
A little bit of sweet.
Like I don't know. I don't think I would know the difference if the two were put on a plate in front of me. Or are they just the same thing?
Are they just different? Does anybody know? Are they just different names? Is this like a?
Help us out here.
Yeah. What are they? Are they the? I think I prefer sweet potato, but I don't know if they're the same.
Yeah.
Brittany said, same, no marshmallows. I'll still eat it, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, if that's what's being served, I'll definitely eat it. But my mom does it with, like, candied pecans over the sweet potatoes.
No, I would take the marshmallows that are, like, kind of got a little bit of browning to them. Yeah. They're a little roasted. I'll take that over. The pecans are weird because it's like crunchy sweet potatoes. Like that's not a thing. Gross.
No, you
I feel like we had this conversation last
can't
week.
have we did. You can't have mush
Jason
on top of
Hostetler
mush.
said yams are a root veggie, closer to a yucca. Like I'm supposed to know what a yucca is. Who is this guy?
This guy. Him and his 3 kids.
Him and his 3 kids knowing what yams and yuccas are. So wait, are sweet potatoes not root vegetables?
Oh, I think they are, aren't they?
I don't. Do you see my face right now?
Next question.
Next question. Come on, roll it out. Marty, pecans are a must, Chad. Who even are you?
Thank you.
No, marshmallows. Sorry. It's just weird.
I don't know if that's a very Texan way to do the sweet potatoes.
Pecans,
Yeah.
maybe.
But
Marty's not Texan, though.
it's pronounced yucca.
Oh, man.
You know what, Jared?
Looks like yucca to me. What is a yucca? Oh, that's what it was. Now that he said it right, I know what it is. I'm just kidding. I don't know. A yucca.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm going to
move on
I'm going to
from
Google
the
these.
sweet potatoes.
Yucca, yams, sweet potatoes. Either way, it's probably yucca anyway. You see what I did there? All right. Question number 3.
Got it.
We'll move on.
Jason Bodker is also on with us.
Yeah,
Dude, what's
up?
man?
All our like first assembly, like youth group
Yeah.
is here.
I don't think I've actually seen Jason since. Have we seen each other since we went to see like Star Wars episode
1.
I wasn't born yet. Oh yeah, I was. I wasn't born. Yeah, I was born for 1, but not for 4. They go out of order.
Oh, that's right.
The first Star Wars to come out, I was not born yet.
Oh, gotcha. That's what I meant.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But we went to see Star Wars. I think we went to see episode 7.
We should do like a reunion. That'd be fun.
He says, "I'm seeing you now, creeper style." But he says he would trade Baby Yoda for a good sweet potato.
I'm okay with that.
So answer this one though. Topping for it, what do you put on a sweet potato? Do you put sweet stuff? Because we talked about this last week, right?
Yeah.
Sweet stuff like cinnamon butter, or like I know people who put like meat or chives, or that's like basically the same you would put on a regular potato.
No.
I think Jason.
I'm a butter, maybe some like brown sugar, like make that thing sweet.
Yeah,
That's
same.
all day.
I want to know what Jason has to say about that. Jared reminded me it was episode 7 when Han got killed. That all makes sense.
Wait, Han got killed?
We went to spoiler sweet stuff, butter and cinnamon.
Now
Boom.
we're talking. That's the only way to eat a sweet potato. That's why it's called sweet.
Meat, bro, get saved. Yeah. And Jason, we actually talked about you last week because last week we talked about eggnog, and I was like, I have a friend who loves eggnog, Jason Bacher.
Yeah, is it out? Are you drinking the nog at this point? Can we call it that? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't drink eggnog.
Jason Hot Settler, he's all about the marshmallows.
Yeah,
dude,
see?
I love this. Look at all of our old friends that are.
I
on
know.
here.
I love it. All right, gotta go have rehearsal. Jared said, "Love you guys. Keep doing shit.
Love
Later,
you, dude.
Jared. Love you, man.
Have fun, man.
If you're in town, we should do a reunion. Well, we probably can't do that. It's COVID, but Zoom call. That'd be fun. All right. Jason said, "Duh, yes, I'm 20% eggnog right at this moment."
I mean, that's something. If you hang out with Jason at all around this time of year, you know, because
he's got the eggnog.
He's got the eggnog, or he's planning to get it. Like, yeah.
I think it was Jason. I'm trying to think if it was Jason or Jared. I think it was Jason. Was it Jason that was like a big Corvette fan?
Jason's a big Corvette fan.
I think it's Jason. Have you got a Corvette yet?
Joel had a Corvette.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anyway, all right, here we go.
I was gonna tell a story, but I don't know if Joel would like that.
Jason said, I'll be there next week. Would love to get coffee. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That would be sick. Come on. Oh, wait. I may be out of town next week.
Yeah, that's Jason, the big Corvette.
That's what I thought. I thought he had like a Corvette poster on his wall and knew like this is a C whatever.
Yeah.
Because they have nomenclatures to them.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. No, not last. Third question. Here we go. It is Thanksgiving, so we're talking about being thankful. And this is an interesting year, obviously. So the question is, what are you thankful for this year because of COVID / the pandemic? What are you thankful for? Maybe what has COVID or like the aftermath of COVID, the pandemic, the stuff that we've had to do, what has it made you thankful for?
Yeah.
Either things that maybe like because of the pandemic you lost and you're like, man, I'm thankful for that. Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't think I'm ready to talk about all that.
Or because of the pandemic, like you've gotten to do something that you're like, oh man, like I'm thankful that because of this, I got to do this.
Yeah. I've probably got to spend more time with my kids.
Yeah.
Which I love. I mean, I like my kids. So, not that people that need a break from their kids don't like their kids. I'm not saying that. Jason's asking Monday. I might be able to do Monday.
I might be out of town. I think we're leaving Monday. We'll see.
Man, Jason went full on Jesus juke on us here. but for real though, we actually talked about
Jesus juke.
The consistency of God in an inconsistent world. For sure, man. I was talking about that this morning because on my 5 a.m. walk, that was one of those thoughts that kind of like hit me, like just God being always with us kind of thing. Like he's not rocked, he's not surprised.
Yeah.
And because we are his children, like we can actually share in that confidence and that peace and that, even joy in the chaos that is the world right now.
That's, man, went all in. That was a good one.
That's what happens when I have time to think on my 5 a.m. walks.
I hadn't looked at YouTube lately, but we had a couple people talk about yams and stuff. So
roll through it.
Jonathan said yams are sweeter, and he's pro marshmallow. He also corrected me on my pronunciation of yucca, or yucca.
The people have spoken.
Yucca, the people have spoken. I was wrong. Daisy, what's up? Daisy's on here. Daisy said butter and brown sugar for me.
Boom.
Jonathan said cinnamon butter and brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all on board with the sweetness in the sweet potato. So
because a lot of places serve even sweet potato fries, and I'm like, I can't dip this in ketchup.
Yeah. That is kind of weird. Like
I'm not.
Yeah, I need something sweet. I think I would echo your response. Like I've gotten to spend a lot more time with the kids during this, especially Yara. Like the boys would go to school and Yara and I would get to hang out for like 4 hours a day, 4 or 5 hours. So that was fun. Getting to do that has been cool.
Madi says lots of self-reflection, kind of being forced. I mean, that's kind of like the thing with my walk this morning is like, what does your brain do while you walk? You know? Like, I mean, what does your brain do when your routine is interrupted? Like, I mean, for Madi, she was driving back and forth to work. You guys had a schedule. You guys had the way that everything went. And now it's like just different. You're working from home. Everything with the kids is different. So, yeah, I mean, that's cool. Self-reflection, had to slow down from life and realize that what I thought was a healthy multitasking mindset was actually anxiety and imposter syndrome, amongst other things. Thankful for my family and community for coming around me and loving on me through it. That's pretty deep because we do. I think this is so true. A lot of times we develop these unhealthy habits.
Yeah.
And we call it healthy.
Yeah.
And we go like, I'm making it happen, or because something good can still come out of an unhealthy habit.
Yeah.
But what is it doing to you?
Right.
And I think that's cool. Being forced to slow down, self-reflection, all that good stuff. Brittany says she's thankful that people have learned how to wash their hands.
That's a big, especially for somebody in the medical field. Like, people actually like are washing their hands like they should be.
Yeah.
And so that's
They've
good.
made it a priority to teach kids in school. I was talking to Emberly, and she's 7, and I mentioned washing your hands for 20 seconds. She goes, "Oh, at my school, they made us wash it for 100." And I was like, "What?"
100 seconds?
Probably because they were going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're like 100.
Yeah, just go to 100. Yeah. Oh wow, that's awesome. Or they're like, this kid can't count to 100. Just tell him 100.
Like 1, 2,
20,
100.
100. All right, that's good. That's good.
All right.
Oh man. No, that's good. People have learned to wash their hands. That's definitely a byproduct from this.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy said, lots of self-reflection on my end for sure.
Nice.
So I think that's good. Like we're in a place where it has caused kind of some self-reflection, and like you said, like the routine of life is gone. So it almost like we're forced to look at that. Like, all right, what?
Yeah.
Maybe even like, what was I fulfilling through that routine, or what was I like avoiding through that routine that like needs to be addressed. So, yeah. That's weird. That's good. I'm thankful for our creative team here. That during COVID and the pandemic has been like, oh wow, like these guys are super creative.
Yep. I mean, DeMarcus, our band, early on, our friends over at Symbio Hush really got us rolling. We would have been a mess without them in the beginning.
Oh, for sure.
We're rolling on our own now, but our buddies over there,
Regis,
dude, I miss that guy, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see him anywhere, I'm like, dude, I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to see you.
So that's been cool, getting to, I don't know, flex our creative muscles a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, we did have a bit of a head start because this is something you're really into. Like we've been planning video production and online content for a while. For a lot of churches, this is their biggest struggle. It's not that they were doing a bad job. This was not their focus. Whole thing took them off guard.
Yeah.
And they just don't have the people that are able to do this at all.
Right.
And they're struggling, man. It's hard, and it's forced them into a hard spot where you can try to cram people back in your building and be unsafe, or you can just fold.
Yeah.
That's the reality for many churches right now.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I would say have patience and grace for people who are struggling through stuff like that, because it's tough.
Yeah. DeMarcus said, without the pandemic, I probably wouldn't be working at the church. So thankful for this opportunity. That's right.
I love DeMarcus.
Yeah. No, it's been fun having DeMarcus. These last few months. Sad to see him go. But, I'm just kidding.
I mean, at some point soon he is. His plan is to
college and stuff.
Is to go to college out of state somewhere.
Nobody wants to do that, DeMarcus.
Nobody wants you to.
You should hang out here. Just hang with us. No, that's good. We're thankful that you're here with us, DeMarcus.
For sure.
Helping us do our creative stuff. So this has been fun. It's been. I miss people, but we did a this or that like question thing last night on Instagram that was fun, and there was like 7 people that chose Arsenal online over Arsenal in person, and one of them was this guy. I was like, what?
I was just telling somebody that too. We were talking about church, and I was like, honestly, I online church. I love it. I do miss, I mean, there are people that I miss seeing our church family. I miss being able to, hug people, and
Yeah.
I don't miss like I guess the production of a church service. I can do without that.
Yeah.
The online, it's a little more spread out. It seems like, well, probably because you're the one that has to edit the whole thing.
It's a lot of work. There's a
Yeah.
lot that goes into it for
Yeah.
sure. I definitely spend way more time in front of my computer now than I ever have.
Yeah.
And I do a lot more on the video side than, I don't know. It takes away from some stuff that I'm always like, man, I wish I would have spent more time on a sermon or something like that.
Yeah, but before the pandemic, we were like, we need to do more video.
Yeah. It's just, hey, we figured it out. I'm thankful that we were able to figure it out. And I mean, on top of all that, like we weren't doing this. So we didn't have any of the equipment. We didn't have anything. And so like,
All right.
even having the ability to get the equipment to be able to do this has
Amazing.
been big. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Thankful even during this time. And I think, it goes back to Jason Bodker's like the consistency of God in an inconsistent world and inconsistent time. Like,
Yeah.
that's so true. It's reality, and that's how it's been. So
All right.
it's been good. What time is it? 4:52. We'll ask one more question. This one's good. I mean, it's for all of us, but it helps us out too. You'll have to click on it. It's the last one that your arrow is on top of. There you go. It's literally you're on it. So question number 4 is this one. It is we've been having some like conversations and reflections on like who are we as the Arsenal? What do we do? What is the church supposed to be? So wanted to ask you guys, like, what are some things that you expect from church, like from the church? What are things that you expect from the community that you call church? Like I said, we've been having conversations about this, and it's really, I think, from a good place, like where we're at during a pandemic where churches have closed. Like, data is showing us that 1 in 5 churches are not going to make it.
Not going to make it through the pandemic.
And so I feel like we're good. So far, I feel like we're going to make it through this.
Yeah. I mean, unless
unless
something,
not.
unless something happens.
But like trying to figure out like what, I don't know, just pulls us back, and we get to ask the questions of like, we can be creative. And I've said this before. I said it a while back. We took everything away. I don't think you were here during that time. We were at KIP.
I was not. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, we were at KIP, and we were doing the tear down, all the production stuff. And at one point, I was just like, you know what? Take it all away. Like we're taking the the soundboard away, everything. We'll do acoustic worship. We'll put some chairs out in a circle, and we're just gonna do it like that.
Yeah.
And the idea, and I told our team and our staff and like worship team and stuff, like it's like, hey, look. Everything that we do on a Sunday, all the stuff that we use, like none of this is sacred. The only thing that's sacred in this is the people that walk through these doors.
Yeah. And
so what are we doing to love them well? And so I think that's where this question comes from, is like, what do you expect from the church? How can even just like the Arsenal, like how can the Arsenal love you well? Or what are things that like maybe the church, you're like, hey, I don't need that from the church. I don't want that from the church.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because we've had I don't think we want to get into the conversations just yet that we've had even about that today, because we've had some answers in talks with other pastors, and then we had, a talk with somebody who's kind of Arsenal family, but not super involved, and I had experienced some church hurt. So like what we have some answers, but we want to know what else. What do you expect, want, need from church? How does the existence of a church help you?
Does it?
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it necessary? Is it? Yeah. What do you think? Anybody?
We're trying not to give our thoughts too early because we don't want to like lead you in a direction. We want your raw, unfiltered. All right. So Matt says, and what's up, Matt? It's been a minute.
Matt.
Matt's one of the people that like when he walks through the doors, I'm like, I'm so glad I'm at church tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Matt's fantastic. But he says just a place to be able to relax and worship.
Yeah. Good. Place to relax and worship. What makes it relaxing? What
So let me
dig in.
Yeah, let's dig into that a little bit because can you relax and worship better at home with online church? Are we still providing that, or is the community and being around people still like the valuable thing there?
Good follow up.
Expand for us a little bit, Matt.
Yeah. What else you guys got? What are some things you expect from church?
Somebody else jump in here.
As a whole, like, and it could be anything, but what do you expect from church, from your church family, from a place that you would call your church community?
Yeah. When I think back to a time when I was looking for a church home in a new town, I have no idea what I was actually looking for.
Yeah.
It's probably why I went to like 17 different churches.
No, I mean, that's hard. Like, what do you look for? And I think different people look for different things.
Oh, yeah.
And so Daisy says the people make it relaxing and comfortable, which is cool. I think even with that, like, because I think we try to like create an environment that is relaxing and welcoming.
Right.
And we always have those questions like, is this for everything from like, does this lighting, do the seats, does the way that we like engage people, is that relaxing? Is it forceful? Is it
right?
I mean, you're everything. Does it smell like it's relaxing? I don't know. Like there's like,
oh yeah,
literally.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into that.
There's so much of thinking like, how do we make it a place that feels relaxing?
Yeah. And Madi had a similar comment. I expect the church to accept the people I love and make them feel safe and welcome. I think that's such a huge priority for us here. Because, I mean, everywhere says everyone's welcome, but like, what does that actually look like, and how does that play out? How welcome are you, and for how long, and for how to what extent? I think we do a good job of that. At least we've seen results come across that like makes me feel like we're doing a good job with that.
Yeah.
I mean, people come in our doors very skeptical and very on edge, like not sure about coming back to church because they had a horrible experience, and they come into our community and they do feel safe and welcome, because they're looking for a place to learn and worship and be involved, and a lot of people feel very marginalized by the church. So I think we're doing a good job there. Matt followed up with this. See friends, chat with people, just connecting with people. Yeah, I like chatting with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of it
Miss
too.
You and Dory.
Matt and Dory. Like relaxing with being a place, and I like that because what he said is like, I want it to be a place where I can relax. And then we had to ask, like, what does that mean? And to Matt, it sounds like the relaxing thing is actually chatting with people, hanging out with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Connecting,
Which that makes me feel like we're a good place.
Well, Daisy had the same kind of, like the people make it relaxing.
Yeah.
And comfortable. I saw Brittany said
community.
She expects community, like people I can do life with in a safe and loving place.
Yeah. Chris Brothers, dude, what is going on, man? Chris, I believe Chris is a youth pastor. Chris was in my youth group in my like 7-month stint as a youth pastor.
Nice.
I was not good at it. I apologize, Chris. That was not my.
I doubt it. I bet you were great. I'm trying to be nice.
Chris was one of my students that I loved hanging out with, but he's like graduated from college now and like just doing life, married. Do you guys have a kid? I follow Chris and his mom on Facebook. Anyway, Chris Brothers, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Brittany, community, people I can do life with in a safe and loving place. Follow up on that. What makes it safe?
Yeah, what makes it safe?
Do you feel that right away? Does it take relationships to see that? Like what? I don't know.
I mean, we've had some, comments from like, hey, somebody. Actually, when Brittany was on stage, we had somebody say, "Hey, what she said made me feel comfortable."
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like the verbiage we use.
But what I'm noticing is, I mean, it's not like we've had like just like a plethora of answers, but like the answers that we've gotten, not one of them has said, "I expect sermons."
It's not the amazing preaching that.
Yeah, like everyone's been like, this is what I expect. I expect like community. I expect a safe place.
Yeah.
Some place that is relaxing.
Yeah.
And is that because like, oh yeah, preaching, like that's part of it. Like we know that's there. Or is it like, no, that's really not what I'm there for.
It's probably because they're already part of our community and these are the things that we value.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know, like maybe we can stop preaching and just have a safe place with coffee and talk about Jesus at a coffee table. Now we're talking, church.
Right. So Brittany says the initial atmosphere drew me in immediately and felt safe, but relationships kept me there and made it feel like home. So I think Brittany started coming when we were over. Was it when we were at KIP?
Yeah, she Googled hipster churches in Southtown.
She was looking for hipster churches.
So I think we popped up for Southtown, not
I
hipster,
think there are only so many churches in Southtown.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It wasn't the hipster part.
Between the two churches that were down here, we were the hipster one.
Austin Blue, what's up? Pastor Austin is in the house. He says, for the leadership to see me for who I am, not what I can provide. That's good.
That really ties into the other conversation we had today.
Yeah.
For somebody who's a musician was telling us, like, every time I pop in a church, they're like, oh, you play an instrument? Like,
yeah,
we
gotta get you plugged in.
You got to get you in. You got to get you going. Versus, like, man, like, tell us more about you. Like, being interested in a person. Because and I think that feeling, it's kind of like we have a mutual acquaintance who not several years back was kind of like pursuing a friendship with me. Like, hey, we got to hang out. We got to do this thing. And then as soon as we got together, it was like, so I'm going to get you and 2 other people. And then if you get 3 people.
Like multi-level marketing.
It was. The whole thing. It was like for weeks, he was like trying to get together. And that's how I feel like the churches with people is like, we're trying to get them in just so we can like grow our thing. You know what I mean? Like, and we're losing that. Like, who are you?
That's good. It reminds me, I mean, Austin says it reminds me, he preached a sermon on, you don't get my brilliance without my breath. Like, and he just talked about like being made in like the image of God and the breath of God is breathed into us. And like, you can't get my brilliance without my breath. Austin was hitting on this. I mean, a lot of it was from a racial justice standpoint too, of like, hey man, like you can't just love LeBron for his skills. And then when he starts to talk, be like, no, shut up. Like,
yeah.
It was like, no, like you get all of us because this is the whole, it's all me.
Yeah.
And it's God's breath in me and coming through me.
Yeah,
And so,
you don't get to pick and choose which parts of me you.
exactly. Like I'm not just a commodity for you. I'm a human being.
Right.
And so I love that. The idea that like the leadership sees you as a person for who you are.
Yeah.
And I feel like Austin, I think we've seen that at the Arsenal play out because we've experienced I mean, in our own ways, like our own church hurt or church, like, I don't know, I want to say like manipulation or being used.
Yeah. And I think,
and I don't think, I want to say, I don't think it's because people are like have nefarious, like,
not at all.
like
they're just
like
they're
plans.
They're just trying to run their church.
Right.
They're just trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and we have another mutual friend who went through a really bad experience in a church, and right after that he like made some posts on Facebook, and he was like, "Man, these guys are." I don't think he called them out, but he was just talking about the idea of trying to take people through healing processes by just plugging them in and having them serving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we need to get you involved. And then it's like, man, but what, like I'm going through a disaster in my life right now, man. And I think that's just so huge. And the Arsenal, I truly believe, is a place where people can come and just be.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've tried to make it a point of like, and we've had people that are like, all right, I'm ready to get plugged in. We're like, no,
like
just be here, man.
Yeah,
like
there's no reason to
like, of course, you're super talented, and I think God can use you in incredible ways, and we want to see that. But I also want you to be healthy.
Yeah.
And like
take a
let's
rest.
go through your healing process and rest. And you know, at some point you'll get plugged in, and it could be like in a couple weeks, like you've experienced like kind of your healing, and
I
it
think,
could be in months. Like the goal is not to get you plugged in.
Right.
It's to love you as a person.
Yeah. To know you.
Yeah, and know you. And then if we're ready, and like if you're ready, then you're like, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to get plugged in.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Like I'm all for it. But
yeah, the reason I think part of the reason we have such a struggle with that in like the church overall, one, we've turned it into this machine where the whole goal is just to like, I'm not going to get off on that like whole tangent. That'll definitely get me going. But
I got time.
What happens is people do get plugged into a serving role, and a lot of times they do heal there, they do better there because they're connected in a small community of people who are caring about them in that group.
Right.
So we go, oh, this works. All we got to do is plug people into a serving role. And no, that doesn't always happen. That doesn't always produce. It's not always like we can't go like, hey, cool, man, go run sound. You're going to heal there. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're going to get in arguments with the band and like it's going to cause problems and tension and they're
not
going to
here.
They're going to take off. No, actually that exact situation actually worked very well here.
Yeah.
Somebody who had a real bad experience in church came in and ran, but we were like hiring him to come in and, you know, kind of do an emergency, but he developed, I don't know, our culture's, it's different here. We do prioritize people above what we can get from them.
Yeah.
You know,
and sometimes that, and honestly, like sometimes it's tough. It's a balance game. 'Cause sometimes that means like we're carrying a lot.
Yeah.
Of like, man, it'd be really cool to have somebody do this. And I know somebody who's talented enough to do it, but they need to heal.
Yeah.
And so,
well, it's like,
it's our job. And I think that's part of like shepherding, right? Like, no, I'll do this, or Rob's going to do this.
Yeah.
So that that's part of our loving somebody so they can heal.
Yeah.
Like, this is our job. Like, this is why we're here. It's our calling.
If I have to set up the signs so that you can come in and be comfortable, I like, perfect.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, right now we have a mutual friend who's like looking to connect with a church again, incredibly talented person. And we're like, no, just come be.
Yeah.
Where I think if he connected with any other church, they'd be like, oh man, like we got to get this guy on
Yeah.
team and get them go. You know what I mean? Like, but here we're like, oh, dude, please come and hang out and just be.
Yeah.
Like, if you never use your gifts here, we're okay.
Yeah.
We want you here. I think we.
Not that you're not good enough to.
No, like,
absolutely, we want
when
that.
you're ready,
Yeah,
please,
right.
please, and thank you.
Yeah, Austin said he put their souls over their gifts.
100%.
Yeah, like just want you to. The idea of your walk and your journey, your faith journey with Christ, I don't think is like what you get to do in church.
Right.
Like that can be a byproduct, and I think that can be a way to love other people, using those gifts and those talents and things like that. But that's not the focus,
right?
Because if that is, then like Austin said earlier, like you become a commodity more than a person, a talent more than a soul.
I think at the heart of this also is really getting the gospel.
Yeah.
Because if we're building church based on you got to do so much for God and then he'll see you as worthy. If that's our approach to the gospel, of course we're going to end up at this place where we only value what people can do and not them.
Right.
But when we see that the gospel is actually about what Jesus has accomplished for us and his promise to accomplish in us and through us, it's his promise, right? It's not our promise and our mustering up the strength to do stuff. He says, like, I'm the vine, you're the branches, like, you can do nothing apart from me. And he is the source of everything that we do, everything that we do. And when we rest in that, and that gives us the ability to go, like, when somebody comes in and they're not ready to like go full on, like, we can go, oh, like you need to be nourished.
Yeah.
You need to be healed. Like you're a vine that has, or a branch that has like been cracked and damaged, and you need to heal. Like, you just need the vine to heal you,
right,
and be here.
Yeah.
And we're just going to trust that we're trusting God's promise that he will produce something in you whenever he decides the time is right.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can rest in that.
I love it.
Man, sorry.
I think we figured it out. There's church. No, I mean, it goes back to like when we just took everything away and said, hey, we're going to meet in a circle and we're going to talk. And we did some acoustic worship, but like even that, like, it was cool to like be able to hear people. And I don't know, man. It just lets us like focus on people.
Yeah.
And not that I'm against like lighting cues and like transitions and stuff like that. But
I do think it's worth looking at that and going like, hey, what can we prune so that we produce better fruit? Like, no, there's nothing wrong with lighting cues, but our lighting cues becoming a distraction? Because there was a time where, like, you know, we had meetings and we're like talking about all this lighting stuff, and people are getting a little like flustered or upset over like this or that, or like who prefers what, and it's like, dude, this is producing nothing. Yeah, nothing good.
Yeah.
So is that like, do we just prune that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with it.
And that's an open question, you know, like maybe we do, maybe we don't. But
I think that's a question for each community too, right?
Right.
That's the beauty of like,
it may be zero issue in some communities.
Right.
It might be helpful in some communities the way they're running their lights. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyway, I get a little worked up, man.
And I had to take my flannel off. It was hot. Flannel. I had somebody tell me that one time. Have I told you that? When I was a youth pastor and I had a flannel shirt on, and one of the girls in my youth group walked in and was like, "I really like your flannel." I was like,
"My what?
My
now?
what?" Your flannel. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like that. Do they say it that way somewhere? Is that like a thing? I like your flannel. I was like,
does anybody out there pronounce it that way?
It's probably like
it's flannel,
it's the
right?
yucca. Like,
oh man.
Monty, I think Monty laughed. I think Monty was there. Brittany said, as much as y'all are gifted at letting people just be seen and providing a safe place to heal, you guys are also so gifted at speaking life into people as they learn what their gifts may be and realize their identity in God.
Oh, thanks, Brittany.
I'm going to cry.
But I think that's it. Like, I mean, she kind of hit the nail on the head here. It's not forcing people into this place of serving. It's trusting their connection with God, like Him as the vine, them as the branches, and trusting what He is doing in them.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Brittany said, speaking life into people as they learn what their gifts may be and realize their identity in God. That in turn produces, right? We don't have to force. We don't have to force the fruit to happen. It just happens. And most likely, when somebody walks through our doors, we don't know what their ultimate best gift is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when we can rest in that and allow them to heal and allow them to develop, they're able to develop into their own gifting.
Right. And I think I'm much more interested in people understanding and beginning to operate in their identity in Christ than I am their best gifting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, what good does it do for somebody to be a greeter at the door if they don't understand that God has made peace with them?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
I'm much more interested in hey, let's talk identity. Let's figure out who we are in Christ.
Yeah.
And then from that place,
what Jesus has finished for you.
Right. And then from that place, now we operate. And that doesn't mean like you do stuff in the church. Like it may mean like, man, you're a phenomenal person at running a nonprofit and you've got this beautiful idea that God has placed in you and you're going to go do that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The last thing we want to do is keep somebody from that because we go, oh man, you are a high capacity person. Would you run a team for us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now they're missing the actual good work that God has laid out for them, and all because we wanted someone to sell our merch. You know what I mean? No, yeah. they have something big. Brittany says, I think that is just what relationship at the Arsenal is at Baseline. You guys foster that atmosphere well, and I'm personally so grateful for you both. We are grateful for you, Brittany. Brittany and the Shine Sisters.
Shine Sisters.
And the Shine Sisters.
I feel like that's like a band.
Brittany and the Shine Sisters. Welcome. No, that
sounds like Brittany's like the front woman.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe.
In some ways. I mean,
maybe they're not a singing group.
No. Anyway, Shine put together a basket for me and my kids while we were in quarantine, and Brittany dropped it at the door. I didn't even see her, but she dropped it at the door. And they did like a gingerbread house making kit, and I got some little The Office stickers, which I loved very much. That was very thoughtful. Thank you for that. And there was just there was candy and a Bop It, and just some fun stuff to give them stuff to do, because man, you just go a little crazy.
Yeah, a couple weeks of quarantine with 4 kids can drive you crazy, and them crazy. So that's operating in gifting, right? Just loving on people. So absolutely, I do think we try to foster that as the baseline of a relationship with the Arsenal.
Right.
And I mean, I'll be honest, I love to, as people understand their identity in Christ, one of my favorite things ever as a pastor is to watch people step out in their gift.
Yeah.
And
whether
find
that's in
their
the church or out of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we're blessed that happens quite frequently at and in the church.
Yeah.
And then they leave. And they go
we have so many people that have just taken off to do
Dang it.
Awesome things.
One of the things I put in the code of the Arsenal when we first started, like our values, right, was we raise them to send them. And that was the stupidest one ever. Because then it's like we love people, walk through healing process, and then like, all right, I can go do ministry somewhere else. I'm like,
Right.
No.
No.
I don't want you to leave.
We have plenty of room here.
Yeah. Less and honestly, like I'm less upset that they're leaving because we're losing a talent than I am like
A friend, right? I mean,
no, we're friends.
Yeah.
Why do you want to leave me? Like I feel like DeMarcus is gonna do that, and I'm gonna be mad at him.
he's gonna fly, man. This dude's gonna.
Dang it, DeMarcus, you can just have my job, and then you'll stay here. No, I'm good.
Pastor DeMarcus.
That's messed up.
Lead Pastor DeMarcus.
There you go. I tried to give it to Rob, but he didn't want it. So you're next in line. Oh, all right. We got to get out of here. It's already 5:20.
Yeah, I got to.
You got to go home, and we have an elders meeting tonight.
I got running around to do.
Yep. So love you guys. Thanks so much for your comments, for being part of the chat. It really means the world to us. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Love you guys.
Love you guys
Arsenal.
very much.
We will see you next time. We'll definitely see you on Sunday. Peace out.